we will solve one problem which is based on identification as well as levels. So I have told you there are 6 steps to solve any problem. When we will go for next problem, we will add a new construction in the main object so that you can understand and you will be able to draw the main problem having all these steps. So this problem is based on identification and levels. So in this question, the direction is given for front view this side, so it means you have to stand this side for front view and you have to rotate the object like this. As I have told you in the previous video, if this is the side for front view, how you will rotate for top view? The same direction, like this. Okay, so when you see from the front view, you can see this area. Let's say this is the area 1, this is identification I am doing. No need to do this in the main solution. You can see this one area, and when you go top, just to see the top view, you can see the area 2, 3 and 4, just like the stairs. If you stand on the stairs, you can see only those areas where you put your feet. You can see the area 2, 3 and 4, right? So this is the front view, one area, and the top view 2, 3 and 4. And if you are going to make the right hand side view, from right side you can see this area, this one and this one. You cannot see these areas because these will be perpendicular to your eyes. Same like from the top view, you cannot see this area. Why? Because it will be perpendicular to your eyes. So only we can see the area which is parallel. Okay, and in levels you have to remember, when you see the top view, you cannot see this area, but how the surface 2 and 3 look, they will look like on the same level. You cannot identify the gap as you cannot see this gap. So what will be the top view? If I say what will be the top view, the freehand sketch, you can see this area as 2. Now where will be the 3 surface? Just adjacent to that, this is the surface 3. Where will be the surface 4? Just along with the same side, the surface 4. We cannot see the gap. All the surface 2, 3, 4 from the top, they will look like on the same level, 2, 3, 4, and the front view. Now we will draw the same solution. Let's see how to draw this. Again, like the previous question, we will draw the XY line first. Very light line, open arrowhead. All the rules will be same in every question. We will leave at least 2 cm space just to give the name to the object. In grid sheet, you can leave 2 grid point for front view, 2 grid point for top view. This is just a guess only. I'm not defining a rule. Actually, this is just the space required to make the dimensioning and the labeling. Now we know that in the front view you can see 45 length, so you can take start from anywhere. So this is the length 45, then height it's again 45, so you can take exactly vertical line 45. Take care about the length, use sharp edge pencil. So I have taken 45. After that, now in this you can see here we have to calculate the dimensions. In this, total is 45, here it is given 15. So what we do, we will divide the value. For 45 minus 15, 30. So it means this part will be 15, this part will be 15. So you have to calculate the dimension. In the question, they will not give you all the dimensions. You have to calculate. So as per the calculation, it is coming 15, and again downward 15. So we will take exactly vertical downward 15. Again, I am suggesting you prefer to use the grid sheet so that your dimensions should come perfect. Otherwise, you will face a number of problems in making exact diagrams. With experience, you can do it, but right now in the initial stages, when you are learning the things, you should not do mistake in these things. When you learn, then you can make the perfect diagram without any grid sheet or without any other requirement of instrument. So this is the front view. Right now we have to draw the top view. I have told you, when we draw the front view, we have to take the projection line from every corner of front view. So how many corners? Let's say this one. You have to draw very light projection line downward, right? After that, for this, either you can start it from inside, it will be okay, but I will suggest you to take projection line from outside only. Otherwise, for complex objects, you will have a number of lines inside. so prefer to draw the projection line from outside, right? So this is the projection lines, very light line, do not join it with the main object. And again in the top view you have to give 2 grid point gap or 20 mm. Now we have to draw the top view. When you rotate the object, I have told you when you rotate front to top, so the top view will go in this side. So now I have no need to measure this dimension, it will automatically come if you have taken the proper projection line, so it will have exact width of the diagram. So when you rotate it will be 45 in this side, but I have to make the vertical dimensions, I have to measure this. Horizontal dimension are coming from the projection lines, so this is 45 and 45. Now what to do after this, as I have drawn the freehand sketch for top view also, so it will be here also 45. I'm making the diagram on the projection line. So remember that your top view will be inside the projection grid. So this is the thing. Now from the projection line it will help you, no need to measure, you have to just darken the projection line. Size is coming from projection line. So this is the top view, right? Now we have to do the dimensioning. You all are knowing how to do dimensions, we follow the same rule. If you have given the dimension 15, 15, 30, here it is 45, so we can calculate the rest of the dimension. Do not give over dimensions, unnecessary dimension. Here 45 given, 15, 15, 15, no need to give here also for 45. So half of the dimension should be in front view, half of the dimension should be in top view. So this is our solution.